Hey guys, welcome back to Life with Linda. Now, tonight we're going to be making, it's really my own concoction. It's chicken with pineapple and with like a sweet brown sugar kind of sauce over it. And this is my first time making this. I'm just kind of, just kind of winging it tonight because nobody's really home in my house except me and my other daughter who's eating something else. And my hubby, I'm going to make some pasta for later. But so I saw this. I had leftover chicken tenders from the other night when I made that other chicken a la mushroom thing. So I had a little bit perfect amount for me. So I'm going to make this little special dish, and we'll see how it comes out. If it's good, maybe you guys can try it. Okay, so I'm going to make the chicken with the pineapple and all that, and I'm also making roasted cauliflower in the oven with this special seasoning that I have that I want you guys to see. All right, so let's get started, guys, okay? All right, let's get you over here. All right, now I'm not going to use, I have a whole head of cauliflower. I'm not going to use the whole head because it's just me eating it. And I mean, I will eat it left over, but I don't want to go crazy. So I'm just going to use 1/2. Okay, you got to get all the stuff off. Now, by all means, if you want to buy the broccoli and the cauliflower in the bag that's already cut up, you can do that. You know what I mean? Whatever is easiest for you. Do whatever is easiest for you and how you want to do it. Okay? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this core out. Okay? Cut this core out right here. It's kind of a pain in the butt. But and what I want to do is cut it in fairly small pieces. Now, if you hear my voice, guys, a little raspy still, I still have a little bit of a cold I'm fighting. It's like congestion now, and it's never ending. So if that's why I'm hoarse a little bit, not for any other reason. Although it might be from yelling at my puppy, because I do that all day long, yell at my puppy. God, I tell you guys, having a puppy is like having a toddler. But I think it's worse because I think the toddler listens better. I don't know. It's really not fun at times. I guess that's the puppy stage. When they're puppies, that's what they do. They run around, they chew on everything. He's not doing one thing, he's doing another thing. It's just constant. And I've been using the crate, like putting him in the crate for a time out because I need some peace. Like, I literally can't even breathe. So, anyway, that's the puppy story. Okay, so I'm cutting them in fairly small little, whatever they're called, florets, because I don't want big, huge cauliflower. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some olive oil on a cooking sheet. I already have the oven preheating to 375. Put some olive oil on this pan. A little bit, a nice amount because I want it to be really, really coated in olive oil. Okay, put the cauliflower on here. Oh my God. Cauliflower overboard. Every time I have something that goes overboard. Okay. I don't know. I think I'm going to eat a little bit more, guys. I think just a little bit more. That's the thing with cooking. You can change your mind minute by minute. And do whatever you want. Because I do like to have this left over. Okay. All right, so there I have it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some garlic powder, which my famous, my seasonings that I use, onion powder, just a little bit, salt and pepper, salt, pepper, and now, I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is awesome. It's called tagine. You could get it in I got it at Aldi. I think they have it at the Dollar Tree, and I've also seen it in Walmart. It's a lime kind of lemon spicy little sauce, but it's not really hot. It's like warm heat, It's like really, really good, and it flavors. I put it in white rice. I put it on chicken. It's delicious. So I'm gonna put this on the cauliflower tonight. Okay? This is my first time using this on the cauliflower. I haven't used it on a cauliflower yet. Okay, I'm gonna use a liberal amount because I like the flavor of it and it's really, really good. And then what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna put a little bit more olive oil and then I'm gonna mix it up with my hands. Clean hands, always use clean hands, guys, okay? Mix it up like this so it's all coated. And I have my oven again on 375. I don't really want to put it on 400 because I don't want them to burn, because cauliflower will burn quickly if you have the flame high. All right, so this should be good. This is going to go in the oven for about 20-25 minutes. Okay? That's all ready. Let me just wash my hands, guys. Give me 1 sec. Sorry I'm absent. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start cooking the chicken now. Okay? I'm going to cook the chicken. Let's put you closer over here. Oops. This glare, every night every time I try to fix it and it's horrible. I just don't know what to do with it. Okay, a little bit of olive oil. Not much, but just a couple of rounds on the pan. I have my chopper over here, guys. I'm gonna chop some garlic. Okay, in my little chopper. Okay, now I don't want my garlic really fine. That's why I chopped it myself, because I don't want it to burn. You know what? I got a couple of cauliflowers here. I'm gonna throw in the pan. Okay. Now I'm gonna put the chicken in first because I don't want the garlic to burn. You know how that is. Okay. This is about 5 chicken tenders, I think it is. It's plenty for me and left over. I'll be eating it, the next couple of days. Didn't sizzle, but there it goes. It's starting to sizzle. You always want to wait for that sizzle. Okay, that's the chicken again. I'm going to put that in, then I'm going to put the garlic in after it cooks a couple of minutes. I want you guys to see this get cooking, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, put that chicken in. Try to get it all flattened if you can. It's on like a medium-high heat. I was going to use thighs. I bought thighs today because I like I said before, I really like the thighs. They're just I don't know, tenderer, and I just really like them. But I had these left over in the fridge, and if I didn't use them today on something, they would sit in there and they would rot, and then they would bother the heck out of me. So I wanted to use these, so I just want to make sure I don't overcook them, because the worst thing is when you overcook chicken breast. Awful. It's awful. I'd rather not even eat it. Okay, so there it is. It's cooking good. See? It's frying up nicely. I just feel like it's better that way. I hope it's not too dark. So I have this little portable chopper. This is great. It was like $10, I think, in the food store. It's really, really good. You can just throw a couple of things in here. You don't have to, go crazy with, taking out your big one. I have a big one over there, as you guys can see in the back, to take that out. I mean, it's okay. It's, I love it. But when I have just a couple of things to do, I like to use this little chopper. Once this is cooking a little bit, let me get a wooden spoon, guys. I tell you, you really have to take advantage of, start giving you a little mix, take advantage of going in your fridge and just seeing what you have. That's what I did tonight. I just said, you know what am I going to make? What do I feel like? And I'm like, oh my God, I have a can of pineapple. I have pineapple left over in the fridge from the other night that I had. So I said, I'm going to add this chicken. You just got to look in all your cabinets, look in your pantry, look in your refrigerator, look in your freezer and see what you got. Like I said before, you can always find a meal. I'm telling you, most people, I swear, probably have 3 or 4 meals already in their pantry, and between their pantry, their freezer, and their fridge, they must have 3 to 5 meals and they don't even know it. This is what I do a lot because I'm really good for like, I have a lot of stock in my freezer and in my pantry and everything. And sometimes I just seem to get so overwhelmed if I can't buy any, I have to stop. Like, I have to start using stuff out of my freezer. So that's what I do a couple times a month. That's what I do. I take a week or two of that month and I start cooking out of my freezer and my pantry because, that's the purpose of having it. You go in there and you're like, oh, I have this, I have that. Really, really, really helpful. And it really, you don't want things to go to waste. I mean, honestly, there are times when I throw things out that really, oh God, I can't stand when I do that. But I do that a lot. It's not good, and I don't feel good about it. So, I'm trying to do better with that. Okay, so some pepper. Okay, and you know me, I just season it as I like it. You guys use as much seasoning as you like. Whatever I use, you don't have to use what I use. You can use little or more, whatever you want. Onion powder, a couple of, circles. Garlic powder. Even though I'm going to put fresh garlic in it, I still need the garlic powder. It just gives it a different kind of taste. It really does. It's delicious. Love my garlic powder. And I did salt and pepper? Yeah, I did salt and pepper. And mix this up. Okay, what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to put a little onion in the middle. I cut up one onion, small, chopped small, because that's how I like it. But by all means, cut it the way you want to cut it. Let the onion get a little bit cooked. Now, if you see that the pan is a little dry, you can always drop a little bit of more olive oil in it. Use your own judgment. I'm going to let this cook a minute, and then I'm going to throw the garlic in. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to bring this over so you guys can see. I have, this is about, let's see. What is this? A cup and a half of pineapple juice. Okay, I'm going to use the pineapple juice, and, you guys see this? Where am I here? There we go. The pineapple juice. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to put some brown sugar in it to sweeten it up a little bit. Not sure how much, like 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put 4 teaspoons in. Okay? Brown sugar. Let me get my whisk. Mix this up. Smells so good. Smells really, really, really good. So what I'm going to do is after the onion and the chicken cook a little bit, guys, I think it needs a little bit more brown sugar. Once that cooks, I'm going to take all that out of the pan, and I'm going to cook my pineapple slightly for a few minutes in there. And then I'll put everything back in with all the juice and everything. Okay? All right, now, let's season this a little bit. Onion powder, you got to season everything, guys. You got to season in layers because it's not going to taste good if you don't season in layers. A little salt, little pepper, don't mind the mess here. A little pepper, and garlic powder. I think I did that already, but who knows. Okay, so let's give this a little mix now. See, that's cooking nice. Now, it depends on how you like your onions. If you like your onions really soft, you don't have to cook them very long. But, it still has to cook in the chicken because the chicken has to cook a little bit more. Okay, but this is like 5 minutes away from done. I would think about 15, 20 minutes you have to cook this. Let me check the cauliflower because I didn't even set a timer for it. Looks good, guys. Looks really good. Okay, so now we're going to put the garlic in. I did about 5 cloves because, oh, you know what? I didn't put fresh garlic on the cauliflower, did I? So I'm going to wait a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to put cauliflower on that. I'm going to put garlic on that because I don't want to leave it on, again, the garlic can get too long so it doesn't burn. But I did cut them in fairly big chunks. So this way, I mean, if they're really, really small, then the garlic is more likely gonna burn. So this is looking really, really good. Getting really excited about this. Okay, so this is cooking now. Okay, so I'm gonna take this out, and then I'm gonna get the pineapple in, because I want you guys to see the pineapple. Give me 1 second. Let me get a bowl. Okay, sorry guys. All right, you can smell the garlic cooking now and the onions. I'm gonna put this in here because what I wanna do is I wanna get the pineapple a little caramelized. I love pineapple, I don't know about you guys. You know, being a diabetic, you have to kind of stay away from fruit. You can't have a lot of fruit, but pineapple is just one of those fruits. Now, I'm gonna put a little piece of butter in with the pineapple in the pan I need. A little dab of butter, probably about a teaspoon. Okay. Put that in, let that melt a little bit. And what I have is I have chunks of pineapple. I also have the rings, but I think this is probably going to be enough. If I feel like I need more, I'll put a ring in there. Or I'll cut up a ring. Okay, so once the butter is melting a little bit, it's on a medium-high heat. Put pineapple in. Now it's going to make a delicious juice just with this by itself, but once you put the brown sugar mixture in, it's going to be great. It's really, really going to be good over the chicken and stuff. Okay, let's season the pineapple a little bit. You know, I think I'm going to put another piece of pineapple in there. I'm big on pineapple. And actually, my daughter loves it too. There's definitely going to be leftovers of this, so I'm sure she'll definitely eat this up with the pineapple and all that. She loves that too. Okay, so let's get that in. And like I said, it's on a medium-high heat for now because I want it to caramelize a little bit with the butter. See? This is going to be so, I have a feeling this is going to be really, really good. Okay, we put salt in it. Let's put a little pepper. Little garlic powder. Little onion powder. Okay, this is cooking good. Another minute or two, and then I'm going to put the chicken in it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the chicken in. I'm going to put the juice, the pineapple stuff in with the brown sugar. I'm going to let it cook, and when the cauliflower and everything's done, I'll come back and I'll show you the finished product. We'll taste it, and we'll see how it is, guys, okay? Okay.